Hello again, we're back with more Irish Revenge campaign. Let's do this thing. We are currently flying high, having gloriously taken out most of the teeth of this British Navy. They are down to 18 ships, and our 7 are pretty much crushing it. I have, in the interim period between these two episodes, Googled the whole flat top thing. It's actually scratch 1 flat top, not flat top down. Scratch 1 flat top was the call by the leader of the squadron of planes which destroyed the first Japanese aircraft carrier to die during the Second World War, which was the Shamato. Right, so these guys are headed up here, and we are now on convoy escort to allow these guys to make the long trip home to Belfast. Come on home, boys. You fought bravely against the Poles, but we decided to let them win. We are still at war with them, but that doesn't matter. So here they come. Let's hope they make it. Enemy has naval superiority around. Oh, right, yes, we shouldn't keep these planes over here. They are sending a lot of fighters against us. Interesting. Well, we shall do our best to fight them back. How many fighters do we have in reserve right now? 100. Looks like we're fighting them back pretty nicely. We really should, considering our higher mission efficiency, better spotting. But they are throwing some hurricanes at us, which are pretty good. Anyway, let's focus on what's important right now, which is these lovely chaps here. As soon as we're out of the North Baltic Sea, I shall withdraw our ships from that region, like so. Here they come, getting there. Some unsuccessful air raids on British ships in the Channel. Hello again, Callison. How you doing? Reminding you of those of you watching on YouTube, I am currently live, so that is why I may occasionally appear to talk to myself in an even stranger way than my normal occupation. Looks like we're going to make it. Let's transfer over to the western approaches, and entirely to the western approaches. Our ideology has grown. We don't need this because we get pop-ups that do that for us. The Scots have assembled a navy, and they dare to send it against us. With substantial tactical and naval bomber support, but it was not enough. You guys, keep convoy escorting. Oh, they did serious damage to our carrier, though. We're going to keep convoy escorting until our guys actually get into port, and then we shall return for repairs. Should be unpaused. Yep, good. Okay, good job. We got them home. So, the naval invasion of the North. They appear, at least, let's just check this again. Yes, they have no men on the coast. Do they have any on the port? Doesn't look like it. So, this should be a fairly textbook, just, I mean, start here, go here, right? That's all there is to it, really. And then we pour in any extras after them. Let's get one more division trained up. And unfortunately, it might be time to go to all adult serve, which will suck. But I think, well, I don't know. We only have 1,000 extra artillery. How many divisions would it take before we started running out of stuff? Ah, quite a lot. I don't know. Zoom says, greetings amigos, what happened in the last few hours? Well, Zoom, we playing as Ireland, do you need to run down the whole series or just the last few hours? Because what happened in the last few hours was we built a fleet, which successfully, basically, almost entirely destroyed the British fleet. And we now have naval superiority over the western approaches on command. Like so. Although, actually, they have deployed 1 extra ship, giving them superiority again. But, there we go. Now we get an extra ship. You're going to need a new name. This can be the difference maker. Oop, we're into capitals. There you go. So we have superiority over there when we need it. For now, just keep repairing in Dublin. The one in Belfast is only level 4, right. Okay, next change. Excuse me, sorry. Could get an infantry equipment manufacturer. Could switch out this guy for a decryption. Let's do that. Oh wait, he's a social democrat, we don't want him. Pretty sure we can't replace head of government, right? No. He's social liberal. Is this the only authoritarian? Oh, no, here they are. Okay. Authoritarian Democrat. Only the one other authoritarian Democrat. Then I think we'll just live with the fact that he might push his darn social democrat agenda a bit. That's okay. Unfulfilled import requests. Steel from the Kingdom of Ukraine. Problem is everyone's closing their economies. But with the conquest of England, we should have all the stuff we need for the foreseeable future. Okay, let's speed it up. Once this carrier is fully repaired, then we shall head back out, do some more convoy raiding. We're really behind on infantry technology. Impressive kill rate. Did the light cruisers only kill subs or destroyers? No, they took out some big stuff. We got some lights there on this guy. The Scratch 1 flat top was in the first battle where we took out an enemy carrier. But most of the big kills were... Yeah, it looks like they did only take out the lights and lights. But the floating Irish took out 1, 2, 3 battleships. Sorry, that's 2 battleships, a battlecruiser, the RNS Rebecca, and a bunch of smaller stuff. But our naval bombers have been an absolute asset in utterly annihilating the British fleet. There's radar technology. Great. Do only have 2 factories. Why can't I build... Oh, that was the focus, not the technology. Right, obviously. Women in the RAF. I'm pretty sure this does nothing. It might increase the odds of getting aces, but I don't think it does. That carrier. I know, he's done really well. Let's go down the professional army one, I guess. Shame we can't build up a planning bonus before we launch this invasion, but we'll live with it. Oh, that's what I should research next. After we get this floating fortress, we should get tier 2 naval invasions. Won't be useful for this naval invasion, but it'll be useful. Hello, I'm new. How are you? Nice to meet you, Jake. I am very well, thank you. Extremely happy that we're managing to make this island run work. Despite basically 1v1ing the Third Internationale, we have still managed to pretty much win the naval war. They are back up to 10 ships now. So let's deploy ours. The way that we got them was just by sitting in this tile and having them engage us. And then each time they engaged us, they just got decimated. So here they are. Probably our planes will take this guy out as soon as the carrier gets in. Yep, there he goes. And that one kill's enough to get him up to a veteran tier. He has so far sunk 10 enemy ships and assisted in the killing of 2. It's a glorious, glorious ship. There's our naval supremacy back again. Excellent. No volunteers. Nice. We are very behind on all this infantry research because it was in about 41, or no, it was early 40, I think, when I decided, okay, I guess I better get involved in the air and naval war. And now we're kind of miles ahead of time on the air and naval war. Oh, have I never done... I never forgot to do this. 18 days? Why? We'll consume the research bonus. Wow, this goes 50% research time and 100% ahead of time. That's crazy good. That is crazy good. Well, I hope our naval invasion of Scotland will go well. We will have some supply issues. We'll probably have to convoy escort in this area for a while. We're going to give ourselves total air supremacy, by the looks of things. They have loads of planes, but the air is just very bad at deploying their planes for some reason. That's very generous of you, Calson. He's saying I'm the best Hearts of Iron 4 streamer. Okay, a bit more iron. No, okay, let's cancel all iron ports. Yeah, that'll do. These floating taters, these beggars can't be choosers going out to the floating taters are working well. The reason we're not using the third, by the way, the tier 4 light cruisers, is because we should raise our manpower law, really. We need the chromium. Because the highest tier doesn't requires chromium, whereas the third tier doesn't. See if there's anything to convoy raid in this area. There comes another one. I think I may stop naming them at this point. Because we're producing 5 a year, I mean, get a little dull. Carriers are stupidly good at wiping out convoys. I wish you could see how many convoys they sunk. That'd be fun. Right, what was I going to change? That's right, naval bombers. I think it's just probably all about attack on naval bombers, if I had to guess. Because they don't really get shot down much, it's just how much damage they can do to the enemy. Let's go with that. Short on oil now. You can tell I don't care about infantry stuff right now, can't you? One more bit of that for me. Still constructing a bit. We should probably stop constructing the civilian factories. Because that was when I was assuming we weren't going to get any more ever. But we are going to get a bunch more off Britain. And we're at 0% on consumer goods right now. So, yeah. Okay. Ready for the naval invasion? Let's do this thing. Launch. They have air superiority over Ireland right now. Interesting. Hopefully that means they will neglect to notice that most of my planes are over Scotland. They haven't deployed any against me there yet. Now ship. Now that the battle's actually launched, come over here. Give me some shore bombardment bonuses. Slow this baby down. Airings with no mission? Oh, the one on the thing. That's fine. You just stand by. Okay. There's definitely no one guarding the port. We're moving in. How many hours till we land? 20. Steel from the American Union States getting unfulfilled now. Well, it shouldn't matter for long, because we're going to get so much steel off England it won't even be funny. Okay, we have made landfall. We have a port. We're going to try and push to this river and this mountain line. Here, 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 and here. I don't know if we have to take Scapa Flow to capitulate them, but play it safe. And I am going to port garrison behind me. Supply could take another 3. Looks like he's not needed. He can just stay on convoy escort in this region for now. Hey Tessa, how you doing? And we have some more military factories now that we've taken control of this Glaswegian place. Let's put them on, like, actually getting our infantry production back up and going, shall we? Seems sensible. Actually, we could hold here, here, and here. That's perfectly good. Yeah, let's do that. Looks like the English aren't even responding. There goes Scotland. I wonder why they didn't respond. Do we need to port garrison? We haven't quite got control over the North Sea. Let's go for control over the North Sea. Kill what little remains of their fleet. Which means these planes could maneuver over here. Plenty of supply now. You guys could all come on over. And that being the case, we should probably port garrison. Scarborough Flow is not a problem, but keep the central bit safe. Okay, deploying against the Scottish fleet. As soon as the carrier gets in place, should begin to rain down fire upon them and destroy them. There goes a heavy cruiser. Sweet. They still haven't responded. Oh, some of them are coming north. It's a Polish guy. The Poles are actually deployed to England. As long as the English aren't going to respond, I'm happy to sit here and get a planning bonus on the border. How'd he go? Yep, took out that heavy cruiser. Took out one of their subs. Professional army. Nice. Hey, we can do the great green leap forward now that we finally... I thought it required 50 factories. 30. Okay, cool. Whoa, you advanced. All we did was naval invade Scotland so far. We haven't even fought a single offensive battle. There's a convoy that we're going to save from these filthy British U-boats. They have responded now. Okay. I think I'm going to wait for the full planning bonus. And they try to bomb us, it looks like. Oh, here's a big fight. Okay, let's pay attention here. Hey, scratch one flat top. Nice. Defending our convoys is a good way to make them engage. Nice. There goes another British ship. So what we could do now is naval invade Cardiff and then come in from the below. Ooh, those are not looking as good as they should. Come on, we have 1,000 defense. Don't tell me I'm going to lose this fight game. I know you're wrong. Alright, it looks like the British want to give us infinite army experience. So, the Irish have so far ventured... We have control of the seas. You can put you guys on the front. The Irish have so far made... and we should... Yeah, let's just train some more port garrisons. What's the goal of this campaign? The goal of this campaign is to retake England and Canada. And we might as well take out France as well. So Ireland, in the last 3 years, has reached the forefront of naval and aviation technology. It seems like now is a good time to branch out into tanks. So I'm going to build some tanks. Good. Continue to wipe out their navies. Should have naval superiority now. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep naval superiority this whole region. They are actually getting our organisation down, even though we have such crazy defence. Let's start cycling units. We have the serious mod on, so we don't need to worry about our guys failing to reinforce in because we're cycling. In case that sentence was a bit lacking in description for some of you, usually if you cycle troops, you have to be very wary about who you retreat, because if you retreat one of the guys that's in combat, that's currently engaged, as in these ones rather than reserves, then you can suddenly find yourself with only one guy in combat, and then if he loses and other guys don't reinforce in quickly enough, you can rapidly lose a fight that you should really have won. With 100% reinforcement rate, it's not a concern, because as soon as there's a gap in the line, someone will move to fill it. Another glorious naval victory. Taking complete supremacy over British waters. Let's have a go at the... I guess I should spread out my fighters. Sorry, my naval bombers. And the ones that are going over here should return home. There we go. The French fleet, which has no planes, and therefore is doomed. Keep cycling here. It's quite intense battles going on this front. We may get driven back, but they'll take heavier losses than we do, even if we get driven back. And I don't think we will. They've got a lot of battleships in there. Let's see how this goes. My guys are fighting at my naval bombers are fighting at seriously reduced efficiency, but let's deploy more of them over here, even so. Gotta keep an eye on all these different theatres at the same time. Already sunk one of these. I wish you could, yeah, tell them what to focus. Whoa! The difference maker just got critted. Right? He didn't even get critted. There's just a lot of battleships firing at him. We should probably get out of this fight. We don't need to take out the French Navy yet. Okay, retreat. I think we're going to lose a ship here, unfortunately. I don't think we have time. Oh, that was so close! Baby. Okay, let's keep our... we don't want to fight against their fighters with our naval bombers, though, so let's pivot away from that. No, you go over there. You guys go over there. You guys redeploy to here. Okay. And you guys don't need to push their superiority, just stop them bombing us. Okay. Yeah, this is freaking close on some of these fights. Let's keep the cycling going. The problem is that reserves don't regain organisation. Out of manpower. How many have we lost in the last 5 months? Only 10,000. We're killing a lot of Brits, that's for sure. They've got plenty of manpower to throw at us, but they do not have plenty of equipment, I have to imagine. Okay, very good thing that these guys made at home. You play this game, but you don't understand what I'm doing. How do you mean? What specifically don't you understand? Why I'm cycling troops? I'm happy to explain if you let me know what you need explaining. We've got plenty of backup of spare equipment, so I don't think we need to worry about that. Let's get another 100 planes, fighters over here. It's quite important. In fact, yeah, it's so important I'm going to deploy my home guard over here as well. It's important that we keep air superiority in this region. They've had like 4 years to build up their army, so we can expect them to go against us. It's just so complicated, all the planes and all the clicking. I'm afraid I can't explain if you're that vague. If you want to know why I'm clicking on something very specific, then I'm very happy to explain, but I can't really explain all the planes and all the clicking. I don't think we have time to build forts here. We could build a fort wall further behind. That might not be a bad idea. Because here, and here is an even better place, well, equally good place to hold. Let's do it. Oh, jeez. That's tough. Okay, we have to fall back a tile there. Retreat the low org ones. Let's keep it going. Okay, time to up the manpower law. Give me more divisions. Man, they're being really, really tough on trying to take this tile. I think it probably is wise to hang out behind it. We're going to need at least one on each of them pre-entrenching. And the rest of you just keep cycling. You should never retreat 2 at once, because 2 can comprise the entire front line. Even with the reinforcement rate mod, that could still be a disaster. Which one are we building first? The Lothian one? Yes, good. I need to keep them off. Need to keep them from attacking this tile. Damn, just for as long as it took to build that freaking fort. But looks like we're not going to succeed in that. You should strategically redeploy even if it kills your org, because we need you to start entrenching as soon as possible. Keep cycling, keep cycling. Probably good to cycle one of you as well. And yeah, you guys need to cycle with some urgency. Oh, looked like they were retreating for a second there. Not good. We might have to withdraw. These guys, I mean, there's a crap ton of these guys. As long as we still have this port to go to, we can get out of here. Can you show the infantry template? Yeah, sure. It's pretty simple. 40 width because we don't have an offensive doctrine, dude. They're just not giving us the free time to build something and build on Edinburgh. Heavy fighting in the streets. Landing craft 2 is good. Let's get some more infantry helping stuff though. Better decryption will help. Infantry equipment won't help much. Let's go with land attack. The reason infantry equipment won't help much is because we don't have the resources to build any right now. What are we listening to? This is a song from Victoria. I don't recognise this. Let's have some CKG music. How is the audio balance, by the way? Some music. Tell me if the music's too loud. No retreat, no surrender. Order 227 does not apply here. I'm afraid. Them giving us that little moment to recover was excellent. It gave us time to get up that fort on Edinburgh. Thing is, even if they retake Scotland, I imagine they'll just not garrison it again, like they did last time. And now that I've bitten the bullet and raised my manpower law, we're going to have a lot more men to throw at them next time if we have to go and come back. Keep the cycling going. Oh, right, yeah, obviously. Excuse me, fleet? Where's my fleet? Oh, God. Our fleet's been engaged in the English Channel this whole time, apparently. I didn't realise. Our planes have been destroying their convoys. Excellent. Now, fleet, if you would be so good as to repair now, so you disengage. Disengage, thank you. And now hold. Come over here. I can't remember if carriers can shore bombard, but we shall see. That is a no. We should probably build some battleships just for shore bombardment then. Just keep convoy raiding this area. And of course you may engage. Looks like they're heavily focusing Edinburgh. So we'll increase the numbers over there. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Why does combat width matter? I'll explain that one. So here in the Edinburgh fight, currently we have 120 combat width, which means we can have at most 120 combat width worth of divisions, each of these is worth 40, without receiving a horrible penalty. So note that they have 131 combat width guys deployed. That means they have an exceeding combat width minus 18.2%. I believe that's just because they are over the combat width by 18.2%. Or something like that. I'm not sure. Not so sure about that one. Okay. Oh no, we lost the Portuguese convoy. Whatever will we do? Let's convoy right over here as well. Get involved with this socialist Germany a bit. To anyone that doesn't know, we were originally fighting on the side of Mitteleuropa, but sadly, my 7 divisions were not enough to hold Germany. And obviously the German divisions weren't up to it. What do you think about port attacks? You were successful with it after a naval battle, so all his ships were low and you destroyed them. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Getting them low and then going after their ports. That's really smart. We've had... we tried doing some port strikes earlier. It was totally unsuccessful. Let's give it another go. Oh, yeah, there's some. They have to put some guys in port now. Good, excellent. We're gonna kill that ship for sure because it's gonna port strike over and over and over again. Unless they deploy fighters to stop us, we're gonna kill that ship. Give them some little walks. More port striking down here. Good. Yep, there he goes. When they have ships in port, you absolutely annihilate. The Great Green Leap Forward. Nice. Let's get the max planning. Leader experience gain plus 5% seems valuable. Max planning is not valuable because we're on the defensive, but hopefully we can turn that around at some point. We don't really need more hard attack. Recon would help. We're very low on steel right now for some reason. What's going on? There's no one to import from. Guess we'll get from some Qing, somebody take us Brazil, some from Republic of China. Oh, suddenly the American Union State's willing to give us all we could possibly want. Won't last long, it's my guess, but make hay while the sun is shining. Vodka asks, what happened to the Kaiserreich multiplayer? We haven't been able to get everyone for it around recently, but we can have another go tomorrow, maybe. Yep, unfulfilled from Union State. No surprise there. Let's deprioritize carrier fighters for a bit, and well, ideally something with steel. So yeah, this support equipment is not as important. They're bombing us again, but we're doing pretty well in the trade there. Do I have enough fighters to deploy another wing? No. I could deploy carrier fighters, but I don't know about that. Fortunately, I have to send these guys in while they're still at low org. We must hold Edinburgh. Should be inflicting some pretty heavy casualties here. Britain, 307,000 so far. Why only carrier fighters? What do you mean? I'm not only producing carrier fighters, we're also producing fighter twos. I should probably switch a factory over, actually. We seem to have enough carrier fighters at the moment. I only have carrier fighters spare because I've already just deployed all of the normal fighters. Okay, as soon as anyone's ready, let's be having them in Ulster. You cycle. These guys have got a little bit more fight in them. Get yourselves over here. And when you have a moment, do feel free to engage in a little light planning. So we can do more effective counterattacks if we have to. Ooh, we do have quite a bit of steel now. Now that we have so much in Lanark. We should probably close our economy a bit to actually make use of it. Is he making it through? Yep, good. Wiping out enemy convoys still. Look at all those victories. Oh, I should have read the port strikes. Oh well. We are doing some serious... not saying any enemy ships bombed, but that is inaccurate. We know that we have. Just joined. Did Christo join any factions? I did not. Frankly, I'm offended. I didn't join a faction, but I did side with Germany, which, as you can see, went really well. The Eastern guys have produced stupendous numbers of troops. Lithuania made the mistake of declaring war on Poland and lost. Poland is at war with me, but they're not in the Internationale. I think we need another guy in the south. Let's be honest, we need another guy everywhere. Sorry, you asked about NSEG. I will try another NSEG Japan, yes, if someone informs me that it runs. Because when I last played it, it was unplayably broken. It just crashed over and over again. Keep these sides cycling. The cycling thing is dumb, by the way. Reserves should be able to regain organisation. And also, when the enemy stops and relaunches an attack, it should automatically launch the attack against the same guys it attacked last time. There's Carrier Naval Bombers 3. So far I've been running with pure carrier fighters. I believe it might be the meta to use pure carrier fighters. But until someone actually explains that to me, I will continue to believe that carrier naval bombers are better than just going pure carrier fighters. Because compared like with like of the same tier, the naval attack on this is 25 compared to 8. The agility is half, I'll grant you. And they're a lot slower, but they're so much more accurate and have higher naval attack. I feel like if you, especially against the AI, I feel like as long as you can keep your naval bombers alive long enough to hit the enemy, they're much better. You guys repaired yet? No. Oh, it's because you're just coming back in for a repair these days. Okay. Speed it up while we have a minute here. Currently have no one deployed helping it on the home front. Let's change that. Now that we have a bit of respite on the Scottish front, we'll send... In fact, until they attack us again, might as well send the vast majority of our fighters home to work on wiping out any bombers the Brits send against me. There's the attack again. All but one. Head back over, please. Slow it down again. But they gave us time to entrench. It's a big mistake. When they let us entrench, these guys have mad defense. Why don't you build many forts? Well, I'd rather push in, is the thing. But you're probably right. Well, we have some spare time. When we have some spare time, not that we do now, we should try and build some forts. Some forts, even. Better encryption. Go on then, let's invent the next infantry equipment. We just have so little infantry equipment production that I don't know if it's going to matter. Holy hell! Oh, it's because we trained a bunch more guys, right? I was going to say, how on earth did my infantry equipment get so horrendously low? We had like 50,000. How big was English fleet in 1936? It had to be low if Christo Naval invaded. You underestimate me, sir. They had about 90, and they got higher than that. And then we killed it. Without any fighters, enemy fighters will keep disturbing yours. So fighters on carriers are only useful if there are enemy fighters in the sky. Yeah, but if you're fighting an enemy carrier that has lots of fighters, like if it's one carrier versus one carrier, I don't know if it makes sense to have like 50-50, or I tend to do like 60% naval bombers and then 40% fighters, but I guess if your enemy goes 100% fighters and you go 40% fighters, they're going to kill all your fighters and then kill all your whatchamacallits, all your naval bombers with their fighters. Yeah, this carrier has sunk 21 ships so far. It's an absolute badass. Kaiserreich is the best mod in my opinion, yeah. Okay, still holding the front. I'm tempted to rush deploy. Supply would sustain it. Let's do it. Get yourselves over here. Time to start cycling. Earlier you start, better it works. Oh, if they're going to stop attacking, which they're not, of course. Wales has become independent, by the way, because they went down devolution. Which means they, yeah. They do not have the focused silence after the storm. They don't have that, though. They have to have the national spirit silence after the storm. I guess that's what happened was after they win the Weltkrieg. Where are you guys going? You sure come in here. Fully repaired? Almost. Nice. There's the extra organisation on all of our infantry. We'll go for the... Do we want to go for retention or growth? If we take retention, we can get over 100% retention. So, I mean, it's not even an option, is it? We have to go for retention. So you can't play as Wales unless using console commands. You can, because I think they start with the cores. So you could release them and then use the play as option. Paradox games, being awesome, have the option when you release someone to choose to play as them. I don't know if that's true in Victoria, but it's true in everything else. No, it is true in Victoria, because you can play as Canada. While they're distracted, you should launch another invasion, Hull and Liverpool, and crush them from both sides. It's not a bad idea. I want to feel secure on this front first, though. The next wave of guys we deploy, I'll send down there. And let's not Port Garrison. We rule the seas. But yeah, I want to feel secure on this front before I try and attack anywhere else. What do you think of the new Cold War mod? On the day it went up, I had 10 national focuses. Rework the colonial system. That sounds really cool. I will try it out. This evening, probably. I was going to try artillery only this evening, where you were only allowed in artillery battalions, but you have like 8 organisations, so it's really, really challenging. But we could do something else. Keep on cycling. We don't need 8 here. You guys can come home and start preparing for a naval invasion of Cardiff. Just scout for me for a second. Yeah, they've garrisoned Liverpool, so it'll be a naval invasion of Cardiff. Oh god, the carrier took a huge hit then. What happened? Wow. Well, they obviously need to sit and repair for quite a while. I want to know what this foreign contacts thing does. Colin Story's right. Oh, no, I thought you could attack here. Okay, never mind. Okay, with this political power, good time to get the infantry equipment manufacturer. RT only, isn't that too extreme? You'll not have enough org. It's extremely extreme, yes. It's really, really hard, but that's the idea. It's meant to be a challenge. Like Tessa, I also did a tank division only challenge, where my divisions had 100 defense and 1,500 breakthrough. And 10 organisation, and 15 HP. It's really hard. Using something I didn't do in the tank only division, in the tank only one that you should do always in those kind of challenge runs is go superior firepower doctrine, integrated support, because these two like double your organisation. It's good. Some of them are cycling on their own now. I want to attack this province so we can pocket and kill these guys. We have to win this defense first. Well, we don't actually, we just queue it like this. Then if we launch a counteroffensive here, and here, we should win those fights and take this tile. No, stay over there. But don't win the fight. It's tricky business. You have to win. There we go. Okay, now wipe them out. just have to kill them before we lose this fight. There they go. And now you can fall back. Great. Mission accomplished. How many men have we got ready to go here? 4. You two can come as well. Okie dokie. Easy money. And then they'll fill in some more men, and then we'll just do it again. I think we might be able to do that repeatedly until they have no men. Should work. Lots of allegedly unsuccessful attacks, but I guess we're actually we are damaging them. Let's go back to convoy raiding. Con companies, good, good, good. I don't know if we need. They're not throwing any tanks at me, are they? So I don't think we need to bother about hard attack just yet. Let's start the Great Irish tank program. We'll probably use mediums, so I think I'll go these 3 rather than these 4 researchers. Okay, distraction invasion our go, pretty much, as soon as they're at full org. Losses. They have lost another 380,000 since we began this campaign. We have lost, in the last 12 months, 90,000. So high, we don't have any field hospitals, so there's that. Which was obviously hurting us. Still winning in the air over Scotland, which should be hurting their breakthrough by quite a bit. Yep, 45%. Excuse me, sorry, I'm not as well as I could be. Level 3 forts ought to be plenty. Let's get some repairs done as well when we can. Okay, you lot ready? Yep. Let's go for it. The Welsh have no men, and the Brits don't garrison their puppets' land, so should be no resistance on Dublin. As soon as the carrier arrives, the convoys melt. It's great. Although the enemy TAC bombers are doing some serious damage to some of our ships. I think we need one of our fighters' squadrons to work on intercepting over the seas. Let's get some more fighters produced. Resources are a serious issue. There's not much I can do about them if I want to be efficient. Okay, we have landing. Not quite sure where we go from here. Considering, yeah, they have a lot of divisions, the Brits. 350 of them, to be precise. This is not going to be easy. But, let's see what we can do here. My lord. This tile has 40 British divisions on it. Let's see if we can at least capitulate Wales. I don't think we can afford to move, though. I think maybe we just try and hold Cardiff, distract some of their divisions. Get the cycling going. These defences of Cardiff are not as good as defending our line in the north, so I'm going to send these guys north. There's no profit to holding Cardiff right now. Actually, there is. There's loads of factories there. Okay, we're coming back, Cardiff. Don't worry. I'll be back in a minute. You guys, retake Cardiff. We're going to retake and try and hold Cardiff just so we get those factories. But in terms of actually inflicting casualties upon the enemy, this pocket trick here looks like our best bet. So as long as I can keep that up, I'm going to do that. I don't want to win this fight. I just want to stop them attacking me. Counter-offensive there. You guys fence here. While these guys aren't in combat, that should work. As soon as we win this one. And now this one should teleport here. He's not going to be here for a while, yes? 3 days. He's crossing a river. And nice. There we go. Now just hold here for a little bit while we wipe these guys out. Easy money. Being a beauty. Do a fighter raid and upgrade the range. It'll be useful to convoy raid. You can't convoy raid with fighters. We're already doing it with naval bombers, and our naval bombers have plenty. Well, it's not plenty over here, but it's okay. And convoy raiding isn't the most important, really. Certainly not to us. Definitely a bit of cycling merited in the middle there. No, no way. Oh, it's true. We have naval supremacy now. So if we can't take out, if this attack on them fails, we can just start like declaring war on random people, like Sweden. We can go through the Danish belts, and we can declare war on Denmark. Although we'd have to not take Jutland in the peace deal. And then we could try and hold here against France, so that probably would fail because France has a stupid number of divisions. This isn't cheating. I just want to check something. We're going to tag over to France. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look where their men are or any of that stuff. I want to see how much stuff they have fielded. They have 370,000 infantry equipment, 38,000 artillery, 3,000 light tanks fielded. Wow, that's quite a lot. And the Brits have ridiculous number of divisions garrisoned all over the darn place. Maybe we need another forts. Level of forts, I was trying to say. Oh god, not 10 though. Just up to 4. British fleet maneuvers. The British Navy has streamed out of its ports and have assembled to demonstrate its power against our neutral island. In face of this grave... I'm going to screenshot that. In the face of this grave situation, many politicians suggest Ireland should find someone to guarantee its independence. The most reasonable option would be Germany, but there are others advocating... But there are even some advocating a return to Windsor protection. Ask the Canadian Constitution, ask the Kaiserreich, maintain our neutrality. Irish cower. We don't cower. We might be able to get the Germans to rejoin the war. Go on, let's try. Kaiser, get back in here. It'd be so funny if these guys joined against the English. Ask France for protection, yeah. How goes the convoy raiding? Full health, that's what I like to see. Taking out loads of enemy convoys. Carriers are by far the best at convoy raiding. They're just stupidly good at it, really. Really stupendously good. That didn't take long. We should probably base it out of Leinster, because from Leinster we can probably cover the whole of Britain. But it's lower priority than the fort wall. Spent on the smelting industry and the foreign exploitation contracts. England, by the way, is still benefiting from Irish profits because they have apparently thriving business. Okay, aluminium. Obviously, we're going to go all they need. We should start doing some extraction tech as well, since we're actually going to turn off Can we see the German exile focuses? Yeah, sure. They get some bonuses for nukes and aircraft, and then they can like scrape together their industry to get a bit more of that. They also have some kind of difficulty recruiting in the Africans, amongst Africans, and so they can like not compromise and go kind of harsh, or they can give them rights in exchange for their military service. They also have a bunch of naval focuses, and then they have some. They can either go against the French. They can either go against the French Republic or against. They can like ally a bit with the Entente, and then go against France again. Because when they go into exile, it renders them at peace with the Third International, unlike before. The length of your enemy's strength bar is basically a measure of how good you are. You're not wrong. Or how bad they are if you're in multiplayer. How on earth don't I have air superiority here? There we go. Any more fighters for me? Not yet. Bunch more naval bombers though. Let's get some more port strikes going. Okay, I guess I might as well switch over. Low on iron. You know what? We're winning the naval war. Prioritize getting iron to the other things. And decrease production of these to get some of these going. We need carrier fighters going too. Okay. Launch the naval invasion of Cardiff. This is the plan, but it will never happen. Irish immigration. That's some more manpower. Nice. Still holding, but it's quite painful. Maybe we should try and get some hospitals. The problem is with our resources deficit, it's just so expensive to get hospitals. Austro-Hungarian general just secured the surrender of the Eternal City. Cool. There goes the Italian Federation. Oh, what? They're still independent? Oh, and the Austro-Hungarian Empire is back. I have never seen that. Cool. Which way did that mean they went? They went status quo. Cool. All these guys should be getting pretty experienced, except some of these guys on the right, who I guess are just the ones that happen never to be getting engaged. Steel, it's called steel, you're right. I mean steel, not... steel, not iron, as I always seem to call it. So yeah, we're really hurting on the light cruiser production now, but that's okay. We've pretty much won the naval game, apparently, somehow. Problem is there's nowhere to cycle these troops to, so we're basically just going to have to stand and fight to the last man here. We're not taking very heavy casualties down there in Cardiff. 600 to their 2,600, but they have so much more manpower than us. 1, 2, 3. We're going to lose 5 military factories. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Take them all off ahead of time. It's not working. Can't hold Cardiff. I can't afford to take casualties that are kind of on almost only like a quarter of them. Can we expect your Polish obsession to bleed into Kaiserreich? You're importing too much aluminium. Thank you, and too much oil. Yes, I have played Poland in Kaiserreich. It's very difficult. You have very few options. You basically have to fight all of the Germans or all of the Austro-Hungarians. So it's a kind of a tough start, but I have done it. I took out the Austrians. Still rocking supremacy. Let's try a little bit of search and destroy, just see if we can spot any of them. I should get the some of these interceptors over here, just to make sure we don't get bombed too much by these enemy attack bombers. because we are beginning to take some damage on these guys. Don't want the difference maker to sink. Still got their superiority here. And they're giving us a chance to rest, which is always good. Let's not afford them the same niceties. Take this tile. Wow, that's a tougher fight than I expected. Probably better to do it when we're just counter-attacking, I guess. Maybe not. We should probably build Space Marines. That's probably the next thing we should do. Get some heavy tanks, stick them in our main guys. How much are these mediums compared to the first heavies? Much cheaper, that's what I thought. More guys, still fine on supply, yep, good. Let's be having you then. Okay, just about to win this. Let's pin the reinforcements. Easy money. And you guys kill them. You guys try not to lose your heads because the front line's a slightly different shape. Don't tell me you're going to lose that. They have no supply, come on. Be realistic here. We should have some of them hold the defense. While the rest attack. Good. Yeah, see, it doesn't seem like we're really having much impact by this convoy raiding. Sorry, this port striking. So I think I'm just going to go with some more good old port striking of the sea itself. Sorry, some God, what is it called? Naval strike. Thank you. Crushing all these guys. Wiping out some more of them. Up to 1.1 million casualties. Nice. They're at service by requirement. It's good. Yeah, we should hold here. There's a river crossing. Although, no, we shouldn't, because we want to keep doing that little bit of jiggery pokery. Let's let these guys recover org while these guys are holding them off for a bit. Up to 15 ships, very nice. Let's engage automatic split off. So some of you can go home. In fact, all of you damaged ones can go home. That should be fine. If we're able to speed 5 hold defenses against them, I may just let us do that for a bit. Yeah. We might hold this front for a bit. Just let them bleed. While they're willing to bleed against us, we should let them. Not time to produce light cruiser 4s because we don't have the chromium. Flexible line. Nice. So, we're low on infantry coming right now. So, no more of that. Excuse me? Why'd the production efficiency drop? 71%. 59%. Why is it dropping when I switch? Is it because we have a deficit of steel? That seems nonsensical. Does anyone understand that? Why is our production efficiency dropping when it shouldn't be? We're supposed to have 100% production efficiency retention. Well, in that case, since it doesn't seem to work, we'll switch over to the other side. No, it's not worth 150 days. Although we've already done it now, so never mind. Okay, thus ends episode 8, I think, of the Irish Revenge campaign. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you tomorrow in the next one. Bye-bye.